If you're watching these videos, it's probably because you have already had the courage to declare that you're fighting for something. You're moving in a direction. So, in case the results aren't flying in as fast as you had hoped, and you're thinking about tapping out, closing shop, or maybe even just changing directions, well, before you do that, I just wanted to share with you this lesson on how to build momentum and accelerate results. Now, let me explain first how these videos are going to be working. Anytime that I'm doing some of the material directly from my book, I always include a martial arts lesson with it. And the reason being is because the martial arts training that I participated in actually led to the healing, the strength, and the abundance that I ended up receiving. So I want to give you that context first. Even if you're not a martial arts instructor or student, understanding the movement will help reveal the secrets that create that power in your life. So please participate in both. So watch the double roundhouse kick first that I'm doing. These are the incorrect aspects of the technique. What you'll notice is that I'm putting a lot of effort pushing off of my back foot before I throw the actual kick. Now that's working against gravity, and it's taking a lot more energy to throw the move. Now I'm going to throw the kick the correct way. What you'll notice is that after my first kick, I'm not pushing as hard off of my back foot. Instead, I'm pulling with my front foot in order to get the torque and make the second kick easier. Now, in all the techniques that I teach directly from the book, I've given them a name so that the personal development aspect of things, the mental strength of training, is automatically learned because the instructor has to explain the meaning of the name. And I call this technique washing forks while late. And the reason being is I discovered the name because I was late for work and I had a sink full of dirty dishes that I was going to end up leaving my wife, and I didn't want to do that. So I'm in a hurry, you've been in that state, rushing through it, washed all the dishes, and I realized this fork still had a bunch of stuff on it and none of the dishes were really clean. So I settled down, got myself back into the right mindset, did a better job, a quality job, because I was thinking of this. Why am I really doing this? I'm doing this to keep my family healthy. The last thing I want to do is leave some type of bacteria that's going to get them sick. So I want to slow down. I want to do this well. I want to put my concentration on the quality. So I did that, and I decided to keep that same energy as I drove to work. Now, when I noticed the dishes, it was 15 minutes before I had to get to work and teach my class. Now it takes me 17 minutes to get to work. But from that calm, relaxed mindset, I was actually on time, which is very unusual. If it normally goes 17 minutes to get to work, you'd think you'd be late. But for some reason, and I wasn't speeding, I wasn't doing anything that I don't normally do, but everything was just flowing, and I ended up getting there. And I realized by coming from a quality mindset and working with the forces that are all out there, that you can actually speed up what feels like you're speeding up time, that you can increase your momentum because your results are increasing. And that's what happens when you throw this kick. If you throw it wrong, when you're pushing with your back foot, putting a ton of effort on trying to hit harder, trying to work against gravity, trying to get the lift in the kick, well, your kick actually goes slower. The more that you force this, the harder it is for you to end up having any speed. But when you relax and you concentrate on your first kick and you just use the force of gravity as an ally, then your kick gets faster. Now let me explain the importance of this. When you are in a rush, when you're putting massive amounts of effort out and expecting to get the same results in return, you actually slow time, or at least the perception of time. The more that you rush, the less you get done, and the less effective your work becomes. And that diminishes your results and keeps you from achieving the goals that you want to do. And I've seen this happen to so many students. They're so desperate to get the weight loss or to win the fight or to master the technique. And they want to do this in such a short period of time that they surrender the quality of the feeling of practicing the technique properly. And once you develop that mindset of quality, which automatically creates a patience, it automatically freezes time for you so that you have the ability to get the results that you're looking for is when you actually start seeing results. So if you're pushing hard for that relationship to work, or if you're pushing hard to make your business work, or if you're marketing like crazy because you desperately need students and you got to have it today, you're probably sacrificing at some point the quality of the message, the quality of the work. And that's why the results are staying away from you. That's why time is freezing on you so that you can't move forward. The key to this then is to concentrate on the forces that work for you. Most importantly, the practice of feeling good before you do work. And we've talked about that in a lot of these videos, so I'm not going to go into a ton of detail. But if you get excited or hopeful or anxious and in a state of enjoyment before you practice, your practice has better results. Well, it's the same in every aspect of the work that you're going to do. So I wanted to put this out there because I know a lot of you guys are pushing hard. You're hard workers. You train hard. You live at the maximum speed that you can. But if you don't see those results, it can get really frustrating. And an emphasis on quality work is going to help you get those results faster. I hope these videos are helping. If they are, please subscribe to the channel because I have a lot more to teach.